Hey guys, welcome to my channel. So I am super pumped because I'm going to be reviewing our reading program that we used this year for my kindergartner. He was 5 years old when we started our kindergarten year, and he turned 6 in January. And so I just kind of wanted to share about the reading program that we used, what we liked about it, what we maybe didn't like about it. Spoiler alert, we liked it a lot, but we did have some struggles at the beginning, and just kind of our journey of him learning how to read. And I just thought that it would be an interesting video for you guys to see if this program might be right for your child, and also to kind of just hear from another mom who has taught their child to read. I know when I talk to other homeschool moms in my real life, it's a really interesting topic when you have a child around this age and you're teaching them how to read, because some children have more struggles than others, and some curriculums work well for them, some don't. I'll talk about some that didn't work for us, and yeah, so if you're new here, hello, my name is Madison. I'm a mom of 4 kids, a homeschooling mom, obviously. I have a 14-year-old who's in 8th grade right now, a 6-year-old who's in kindergarten. They're both almost finished, though, of course. A 3-year-old who's preschool-ish, not really. He mostly just plays. And then a 1-year-old who is in no school. She just goes crazy everywhere. So, I love homeschooling my kids. I love teaching my kids. The fact that I taught my child to read, and he has never gone to school, so he's my first kid that I've taught to read, because my oldest went to public school for many years before I started homeschooling him. So, and I actually talk about our whole journey with homeschooling, why I homeschool, and like our whole journey to homeschooling and everything, in a video that it's probably titled like Why I Homeschool or something. I posted that recently, probably. Hopefully it's already up right now. So anyway, watch that after this if you're interested. But this was my first child to teach how to read. And it's kind of daunting, I feel like. And on one hand, I feel like it was easy. But on the other hand, I feel like we worked a ton to get to that point. So this reading program served us well. But before it, to give you guys a little bit of a background, we did, preschool type work. He knew his ABCs, he knew how to identify all of his letters, capital and lowercase, and he knew all of the sounds to all of the letters. Like, basically 100% knew them. And I think that's really important. I think before you try to start teaching your child to read, they need to know all of the sounds. Like, be very confident with that. They need to know how to identify all of the uppercase and lowercase letters. Like, just don't waste your time trying to teach them how to read until they know that. And that's probably obvious, but I just thought I would say that. So, we did that. We tried All About Reading, and I didn't like it, which I feel like a lot of homeschool moms do. So I just thought, at least that I've watched on YouTube, so I just thought I would share my perspective. And really, basically, I just felt like it didn't fit me. I felt like there was too much going on, like with the cards, and it just kind of like didn't fit my style. I wanted something that was like simple and concise and all put together, like not very many items involved. And like this, like even the cards, The Good and the Beautiful is what we used. Their kindergarten program. These are the Reading Booster Cards A and the books that go with it. It's all together. The books are all in this little box, and the cards are all spiral bound together. Now, The Good and the Beautiful was not always this way. So if you've used The Good and the Beautiful before, you might not have liked it, because they had like a billion little cards you had to cut out or poke out or whatever. And I don't know, I didn't like the way they did that as much. I really love the way The Good and the Beautiful has revamped all of their things, their science units and their language arts and everything, and their math. Like, I love the way they revamped everything. So anyway, I like how simple this is. So another simple thing though, so we tried All About Reading. I did not like it. I did not enjoy it. Some people may think it's simple. I don't know. For me, at that time, it seemed like a lot. Then we did, now this was all before he started kindergarten. This was like preschool type stuff. So then we did The Good and the Beautiful preschool, which I really liked. I felt like that taught him his letters, because they had these little flip books, to help teach him his letters. And we also just use flashcards, and like I'd ask him, what sound does this make, you know? So we did all that, and then we did, and I mean, we would do, like, I would teach him in the bath when he was a little guy, and we would sing our ABCs, and we had these little bath letters, these little sponge type letters that stick to the side, and the kids love that. I do that with my 3-year-old now, and we would just play in the bath, singing and counting and looking at the letters, and it was fun, and, you know, just a great time and everything. So we had a long journey before this, but I guess I could do like a preschool video for that. But then we did all about reading. No, sorry. Yeah, we did all about reading. Didn't like it. Then we did, I wanted to go really basic and simple, so we did how to teach your child to read in 100 easy lessons. Is that what it's called? I think. And that is literally one book. And I talked about this in my kindergarten homeschool reviews video. And I love that because it's just one book, and you would think, oh, 100 easy lessons or whatever, that's such a gimmick, like they're just, you know, trying to get you to buy it. No, it's real. Like, they're very easy lessons, but it actually teaches, and it does a really good job. So that kind of laid the foundation of like sounding things out and how you do that. You like press a button and move it, or press like on the page, and I don't know, it worked well for him. And I liked that. But once we were starting kindergarten, I was like, well, we're going to need a kindergarten curriculum, not just teaching how to read. So I thought I would give The Good and the Beautiful Level K a shot. And they came or go with these reading booster cards. So I was like, well, we'll just stop the 100 easy lessons and do this. Now, when we first started, it wasn't clicking at first. He was very new to reading. We hadn't done that many of the 100 Easy Lessons book. He was still very new. I like, it says, make sure you master this before you start the course, the letters and everything. So it kind of goes through that, which I liked. And then it wants you to master these blending 2 letters. And I think it was this. There is a video, though. So it was like the hat, and then hat. Like, it wasn't clicking that way of teaching, the blending and then the letter at the end. It wasn't really clicking for him until we watched the video. Like, I was trying to teach it to him and it just wasn't clicking. But then he watched The Good and the Beautiful's video doing it, and the girl kind of says it for them and does it with them a few times. And he was good. Now, there's not a ton of videos that go with this that I know of, but that video was instrumental. So I would 100%, if you're struggling with the cards at first, have your child watch that video. Maybe you're just not doing a good enough job like me at explaining it, and they do a great job. So once he watched that video, there may have been 1 or 2, then he totally got it, and I was just so surprised and so impressed by him. So they have like these words that they'll practice, and then they have these like little triangles that create a sentence. And so we'll say A, and then they'll read A, then the A mat fit, A mat fit in A mat fit in a hut, and there's 2 triangles. And I loved that. I loved how they were kind of slowly reading the sentence and repeating what they read. So if he had to sound something out, like if he had to sound out mat or something, then when he would have to help him or whatever, and then he would have to repeat it in the next line, A mat fit. So I liked that a lot. It also has little stickers that they do at the bottom once they master it. And it will tell you, you know, if you need to spend a couple days, like on the sight words or whatever, or not. And the stickers were in the back. He still has a few left, although he finished it. And he's so funny. Like, he's such a boy. Like, he will be like, what is the most violent picture? Like, these are like the most peaceful, serene pictures. Like, it's this beautiful little flowers or whatever. And he's like, which flower is poisonous or something? And I'd be like, Henry. But I don't know, just those memories of teaching him how to read and him saying funny things like that. I just loved teaching him how to read. So anyway, he loved getting the stickers. That was a very good, like, positive reinforcement for him. And then after you would finish these triangles, if they did well with that, then they would say, have the child read the beginning Booster A book, number 1, Dig. So then you would go to your books. You would get book 1, and they're very cute, very colorful. I dig, and they went perfectly with the booster cards because they're meant to go with the booster cards. So it will tell you when the child is ready to read one of the books. And we would usually read these a few times. And then once he had mastered the book, then I would let him put the sticker on. So that is how we would do that, and I really liked how that went. Now with the course book, it will tell you at certain points, the level K course book, it will say, you know, if you're on like lesson 5 or something, it will say you should have finished card 3 by now or something. We were always way ahead, and we honestly would have gone on to the reading booster cards B. We finished A. We would have gone on to B, but we had a traumatic health event happen in our family. I feel like I have to mention it in every video. So I will have our homeschool story and journey and why we homeschool, all that linked below. But anyway, we basically missed 2.5 months of our school year. So luckily we were so very ahead. But I like that it says you don't have to move on to the next course book, like grade 1 course book, first grade. You can just get the next booster cards and still continue with your level K course book if your kids go through the booster cards faster than the school year ends. And I like that because every kid is at a different reading level. You know, kids can be at different reading levels, and so I like that this allows us to kind of just go along with his reading level and he's not held back. But on the same time, it makes sure that he's not being left behind as well. So if we're spending some time, like if we're doing these word families or whatever, and I can tell he's struggling, then we will just spend a few extra school days on card 18. You know, we will slow it down. So I just love that about homeschooling, and I feel like that this reading curriculum really does a good job of accommodating that, working with the pace of the child, whether it's the child's going at a faster pace or a slower pace. I just think that's great. And then they also have review. So it will have you review certain cards, and then you just check them off. I love the good and the beautiful with their check marks. So sometimes Henry will steal my check mark because he knows I love to check things. So he'll like steal the check, and I'll be like, no. And I don't know, it's just little things like that are just such sweet memories homeschooling him. I just love it. But anyway, I like that we'll review the cards to make sure he really did understand them. We didn't move too quickly through certain cards, and he always did great with the review. Here we're writing B and D. He still struggles with confusing the lowercase b and d, but that's okay. We're repetition and we will get it. So then here it goes over like words that end in CK. So like sock, rock, duck. And he got to the point where he didn't really need, so up top it will have you say like sock. So it kind of like separates them that way. And then down below it's just the regular word. And he usually could just read the regular word, maybe sound it out a little bit, and then read it. So he didn't always need that, but I liked that was there. I thought that was nice. And then like here it's talking about words that end in ALL. And so when he's reading a word, I will be like mall or something, and he might be like al or whatever. I'll be like, Henry, what does ALL say? Oh, all. And so then he'll say mall. You know, so I feel like this reading program did a great job at that. Ending consonant blends in ND and FT. And then it does have some sight words. So I don't know, I think some people are like against sight words. We are not, although I am big into phonics as well. So, but it has some sight words, and one game that was really fun, I'm not like finding any of the sight words right now for some reason, but one game that was really fun that he liked that they suggested, oh here's some sight words, is to write them on index cards, like he, she, me, thee, we, to, you, love, go. And he still remembers like how to read love. He'll see love and he knows it. And so the game they suggested, which they have other suggestions of things you can do. Oh, I think it says it right here. Write the words on index cards, lay the cards in a row on the floor, and have the child jump from card to card as he or she reads the words. Okay, we did that. Or lay the cards in a square, give the child a clean fly swatter, say a word, and have the child swat the word. He loved that. So he would read the word love and then he would swat it as hard as he could. He loved that. I don't know if that's just a boy thing, but I don't think so, because my daughter, she's 1, but she's wild, and I can tell she's going to like that when she gets to kindergarten. It's like you just got to let out some craziness or frustration. I don't know what it is, but it's just wildness that they have in them that they need to let out. So that he loved doing, and we did that with most of the sight words because it was just a really fun game to him. But he also liked jumping to the words, and he would act like the floor is lava, that kind of thing. So, and then these books, they also have where you can purchase, there's a nature reader, which we read. He would read like just kind of in our spare time. It wasn't like suggested in the cards when you should read that, but it would go perfectly with what he was learning. And then they also have my first Africa reader, which I did a haul of some things I purchased from The Good and the Beautiful to do in the summer and towards the end to like reinforce so he doesn't forget things over the summer, but then also to just complete the school year, some science units and stuff. So check out that video, that curriculum unboxing. But this is so cute because it says, like this one, it shows a map and it says this story sets place in Niger or Niger. I'm so embarrassed, I don't know. But anyway, I thought that was cute that it said that. And then it tells you like what, so like this one says CBC words are what are in this story. So you know if your child has gone over CBC words or not. Or CBC words again, let's see, there's an index somewhere, table of contents. Sight words group 1. Words that end in CK or ALL, words that end in AY, SH, CH, all of that. So in all these different stories. And of course they always have beautiful fun pictures and they're fun little stories. Oh, there's more maps. I really like this one. This is a new one for us. We've only read the first book, but that's cute. I like the maps in this one. Okay, so overall my experience with this is that we loved it. I am not like being paid to say this or anything like that. There are certain things I like about The Good and the Beautiful and certain things that I think if I were to speak with them, I might suggest that they do differently. But their reading program, I honestly think is amazing. If you want something that is simple that you could do with like road schooling, or that you could do if you don't have like a whole homeschool room, or you just want simplicity in your life, but that works, I would definitely go with this. And I would say if your child is struggling at first, don't give up, watch the video, or go back to the 100 easy lessons and kind of do that for a little bit and then start this again when things are clicking more for them. And then I think you will really enjoy this program. So I hope that this video was helpful for you guys. I love talking about this kind of stuff. It's just so much fun to me. If you did enjoy it, please be sure to give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and click the bell to be notified when I post new videos. I'm going to try to put out tons of homeschooling content because I love homeschooling. So definitely leave me a comment down below saying hello. I would love to see if other moms that are homeschooling, what they think of this video. And yeah. Talk to you next time. Bye.